Welcome back to World Bike 55. Today we are looking at a motorcycle that still has a massive presence even decades after its original introduction at the Yamaha XV1600A Road Star, also known in some markets as the Wild Star. Now, before we begin, there is an important point for our viewers. The XV1600A is not an officially announced new 2026 production motorcycle from Yamaha. The original XV1600A was introduced for the 1999 model year and used the 1.602cc air-cooled V-twin engine. Yamaha's own historical information confirms that the original Road Star was one of the largest displacement production motorcycles of its time. So, when we refer to the 2026 Yamaha XV1600A in this video, we are discussing the legendary XV1600A as a 2026 featured or concept-style topic, not claiming that Yamaha has officially relaunched the old model for 2026. And honestly, that history is exactly what makes the Yamaha XV1600A so interesting. This is not a motorcycle designed around tiny dimensions, aggressive electronics, or futuristic bodywork. It is a big, traditional cruiser built around one simple idea: huge V-twin character, relaxed riding, strong low RPM torque, and a commanding road presence. The first thing you notice is the size. The XV1600A has the classic proportions that cruiser fans love: a long wheelbase, low seat, wide handlebars, substantial fuel tank, large fenders, and a massive engine sitting proudly in the middle of the chassis. Yamaha designed the original Road Star with a double cradle steel frame, and the engine itself became one of the most recognizable parts of the motorcycle. The combination of chrome, metal, deep bodywork, and the large V-twin gives the bike a genuine old-school heavyweight appearance. The design has aged surprisingly well. Even today, the XV1600A does not look like a small ordinary cruiser. It has the visual weight of a much more expensive motorcycle. The low-slung profile immediately communicates that this machine is built for relaxed highway cruising rather than attacking corners at extreme speed. At the heart of the Road Star is its 1.602cc air-cooled V-twin engine. Yamaha developed this engine with an OHV, 4-valve per cylinder layout, and the long 113mm stroke plays a major role in the engine's character. Yamaha's historical specifications list 95mm bore, 113mm stroke, and a compression ratio of 8.3:1. And this is where the XV1600A becomes special. The motorcycle was never about chasing an enormous peak horsepower number. Instead, it was engineered around torque and engine pulse. Yamaha's original specifications quote approximately 58 PS at 3,750 revolutions per minute and 126.5 Nm of torque at 2,000 revolutions per minute for the Japanese market version, while other market specifications commonly list around 62 to 63 horsepower and approximately 134 Nm of torque at around 2,250 revolutions per minute. Exact figures vary by market and specification. Those torque numbers explain the personality of this motorcycle. You do not need to constantly rev the engine to enjoy it. The big V-twin produces its strongest character low in the rev range, making the Road Star feel muscular when accelerating away from a stop or rolling on the throttle during highway riding. Imagine cruising along a long open road, selecting a gear, and simply rolling on the throttle. Instead of a high revving rush, the XV1600A delivers a deep, steady surge. That is the classic big cruiser experience, and the Road Star was built around it. The engine also uses air cooling, which adds to the traditional appearance. You can see the cooling fins and mechanical details instead of hiding everything behind large plastic covers. For riders who appreciate mechanical character, that is a major part of the bike's appeal. Another interesting feature is the engine's OHV pushrod design. At a time when many motorcycles were increasingly focused on sophisticated overhead cam technology, Yamaha chose a traditional arrangement that suited the Road Star's character. Yamaha also highlighted forged pistons, plated cylinders, hydraulic lifters, and carefully designed engine mounting as part of the motorcycle's engineering. The engine is paired with a 5-speed transmission. That might sound simple by modern standards, but it makes sense for this motorcycle. The huge V-twin produces enough low end torque that the rider does not need a huge number of gears. The 5-speed gearbox keeps the riding experience relaxed and straightforward. Power reaches the rear wheel through a belt final drive. The belt system is one of the features that suits the Road Star particularly well because it provides smooth power delivery and relatively quiet operation compared with a traditional chain. Yamaha itself emphasized the durability and shock-absorbing characteristics of the belt drive system when the motorcycle was introduced. Now let's talk about performance. The XV1600A is a heavy motorcycle, and that is important to understand. It is not supposed to feel like a lightweight naked bike. The mass is part of the experience. The bike feels planted, substantial, and stable. Depending on specification, published figures put the motorcycle's top speed around the 170 km/h range, while period testing has reported acceleration from 0 to 60 mph in roughly 6 seconds. These figures should be treated as historical reference points rather than guarantees for every individual motorcycle, because condition, tires, gearing, rider weight, and market specification can all affect performance. But numbers are not really the reason people remember the Road Star. The real attraction is the feeling. When you twist the throttle, the engine's large pistons and long stroke character give the bike a distinctive pulse. Yamaha specifically designed the engine mounting and crankshaft characteristics to balance the desired V-twin pulse with rider comfort. On the highway, this character makes a lot of sense. The motorcycle has a wheelbase of approximately 1,685 mm and a low seat height around 710 mm. The long chassis and low riding position contribute to the relaxed cruiser experience. The riding position is another major selling point. You sit low, your arms reach toward the handlebars, and your feet are positioned forward on cruiser-style footboards. The overall ergonomics are designed to make long, relaxed rides feel natural rather than aggressive.